We're going to start the day with Hebrews chapter 13, verse 2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. And it reminds me of a story one time where I was driving along a hot summer day. I just got off of work, and all I had left in my water jug was just, I don't know, maybe a cup and a half, 2 cups of warm water in the very bottom of it. And I was driving along and saw this skinny fella walking on the wrong side of the road. And as I passed him, the realization came to me that he was in duress. So I said, okay. I mean, it was a scorcher of a day. So I went up and I whipped the truck around, pulled up alongside of him, and I said, get in. He was carrying a rifle, and he said that it was an airsoft, which is an air gun. I'm like, it doesn't matter to me. Put it in the back seat, just jump in the truck. And so he did, and I said, where you heading? He said, into Shippensburg. And I said, well, I'm kind of going that way. I'll go ahead and I'll take you. And so we're going along, and he had these little wee cheap tattoos all over him. No, I'm not dissing the guy. I'm not. It reminded me of Lucky Charms sprinkled all over him. Just little ones, and but that's who he was and what was going on. So I witnessed to him, and I shared with him Christ. I offered him, all I had was maybe 2 cups of warm water in the bottom of my jug, and I gave that to him. And I felt bad that that's all I had. Or otherwise, I would have given him a lot more water. I would have given him food. I was going to hook this guy up, I'm telling you. But all I had was that warm water. And, I took him to where he was going to go. He had me dump him off in there at the one store. I dropped him off. He said his dad lived up that way or something. And I offered to buy him some water, but he didn't want anything else. But as I was talking to the Lord about all this and this guy, the Lord said to me, he said in my heart, he said, he's mine. And I'm like, okay, good enough. But when I dropped him off, I looked in his eyes and I could see like a light, like lights in his eyes. I saw light. And he didn't say much, and I never saw him after that, ever again. Never saw him again. Sometimes we don't know what it is who we're dealing with. Could very well have been an angel unaware. If I'd have had cold water, would that have been enough to shock him, put him into some kind of a cardiac issue? I don't know. I've heard of that happening, And so when you sit back and you look over it all, there's no analyzing a whole lot of stuff. You can try to analyze it. Well, the warm water was what he needed and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. You got to love your enemy, love your friend, love the stranger. Who was neighbor under the guy that got beat and robbed? The guy that stopped and helped him out. Jesus said, go and do the same thing. You be the neighbor. You be the one to pick up the stranger. You be the one to help him out. All right? Don't hesitate to entertain strangers, because sometimes you've entertained an angel and you weren't aware of it. You have a good day.